Welcome to Touch Develop's informational video, SquareTurtle. Through this video, you will write a simple program that constructs a horizontal ladder of squares that gradually changes color to create a rainbow effect. This video introduces how to import a library and specifically focuses on the turtle library. We will begin on the home page by scrolling down and pushing the plus button next to the word libraries. Next, we will select the turtle library. If the library does not appear in the main screen, simply search for it. Push the upwards arrow at the bottom of the screen and the library will be uploaded to our script. The turtle library is a unique drawing tool that mimics a turtle with a pen attached to it moving around the screen. You can give commands to the turtle on which way to move, turn, or which color to use. After returning to the home screen, scroll up and select the main method. We will now add a new statement by clicking the first empty line and selecting Add Below followed by Command. The first thing that we need to do is initialize the turtle library. We do this by selecting the library button, which also looks like three arrows making a triangle, followed by the initialize option. After going back to the main method, we need to add another command. Since the turtle starts out at the center of the screen, we need to move it to the left edge to create a full ladder across the entire screen. In order to do this, we need to lift up the pen by selecting turtle followed by pen up. We do this because when we move the turtle, we don't want it to draw a line. We then need to add another command that moves the turtle to the left edge. To do this, we select turtle followed by move to. The first number in the parameter represents the x-coordinate and the second number in the parameter represents the y-coordinate of the turtle. Since we want to move it to the left, we change the x-coordinate to -300. We now choose to add a command by pushing add below followed by command. Since the pen is currently up, we need to put it down in order to start drawing. To do this, we select turtle followed by pen down. Next, we will add a new variable by pushing add below followed by variable. This variable will be responsible for moving the turtle across the screen. Therefore, I choose to name it counter. We want to set counter to be -300 because that is where the pen is currently placed and that is where we will begin to draw our squares. In order to make this variable a global variable, select the name of the variable and push promote to data. We then add a for loop by pushing add below followed by 4. This loop will determine how many squares are drawn. We enter 52 as the upper bound because 52 squares will cover the entire screen horizontally. Inside the for loop, we need to add a command that iterates counter. We do this by selecting counter equals counter plus 10. This will cause each square to move 10 pixels farther to the right than the previous square, creating a horizontal ladder. In the next line, we need to move the turtle to the new location that counter holds. We will do this by selecting turtle, followed by move to, and entering the variable counter into the x-coordinate position. We are now going to move outside the main method. Once you are back on the home page, select the plus button across the screen from the word code. This will create a new method that will help us organize our code. In order to edit the name and parameters of the method, select the entire method and push edit. This method will gradually change the colors of the squares as the program moves along. Therefore, I choose to name it color changer. This method will never need to run by itself, so we select the box that says private. Next, we need to add a parameter. We do this by scrolling right and pushing the plus button at the bottom of the screen. We want to add a number parameter and we will name it I. This parameter will be the value that changes the hue of the squares. In order to change the color of the squares, we need to select turtle followed by pen color. Touch Develop automatically enters colors random when we do this, but we change this by deleting random and selecting from HSB. HSB stands for hue, saturation, and brightness. The hue is the only thing that needs to be changed throughout the program, therefore we put I in the hue spot. For the saturation and brightness, we put in 0.6 because those are standard numbers for those items. After completing this task, we are now finished with this method and can go back to the home screen. To use this code in our program, we need to return to the main method. In order to add this code, we need to add a new command. We then select code followed by color changer. In the parameter of color changer, we enter I plus 1 divided by 52. Because we need to slowly increase the hue value without it ever reaching over 1. We now need to return to the home page and create a new method by again selecting the plus button across from the word code. We need to edit this method by selecting the entire method and pushing edit. This method will draw the actual squares in the program, therefore I choose to name it Draw Square and select Private. There are no parameters necessary for this method. After going back to the method, we need to create a for loop by choosing Add Below followed by 4. This for loop will draw each side of the square, so we put 4 as the upper bound because there are 4 sides in the square. Inside the for loop, we add a command by selecting Add Below followed by Command. We then choose the turtle option followed by forward because we want to draw each side of the square. We enter a parameter of 100, so each side of the square will be 100 pixels in length. We then need to create another command that will turn the turtle 90 degrees after each side is drawn. In order to do this, we select Turtle followed by Left Turn and enter 90 in the parameter. After this is completed, we need to go back to the home page and select the main method. We create a new command by selecting Add Below followed by Command. We now need to add the Draw Square code into the for loop. In order to do this, we select Code followed by Draw Square. Congratulations, you have completed this script. In order to test your script, push the play button at the bottom of the screen.